Hello, kindergarten friends. Today I'm going to read you a story called Bedhead by Margie Palatini. Now, do any of you ever wake up and your hair is just whoosh, absolutely crazy, where it's just like, and it looks all just like nuts? Yes, that happens to me all the time. So, that's why our moms and dads make us brush our hair in the morning. Even the boys, sometimes you guys have to brush your hair too, don't you? Where you get a little bit wet just to make it a little bit more down and straight so it doesn't look so crazy. Because sometimes when you sleep, your hair just gets so nuts. And I bet you that's what this story is about. Bedhead. Shuffle, slump, shuffle, slump, shuffle, slump, slumped bleary-eyed Oliver out of bed, down the hall, and into the bathroom. He yawned. He yanked, splashed some water, swished some mouthwash, gave his front tooth a passable brushing, and then, in a gunkless corner of soapy silver soap dish, in a fogless smidgen of his father's foggy shaving mirror, right there on the hot water faucet, for heaven's sake, he saw it. It was it was bad. It was Bedhead. Oliver's hair was out of control. Way out of control. There was hair going this way, hair going that way, hair going up, down, around, and around, and there was a teeny tiny clump of hair way at the back of his head that just looked like a cat's coughed up fur ball. Blech. Oliver's scream shook. It rattled, it rolled all the way down the stairs and into the kitchen where Fruit Loops went flying. Milk was spilled, spit and sputtered. And two toasties did triple backflips onto the breakfast table. Oliver, 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 shouted Mom and Dad and Emily as they ran up the stairs and headed for the bathroom. Mom leaned close to the door. Closer, closer. That's right, even closer. Is everything all right, Oliver? She whimpered in her calmest voice. Come now, dear. Open the door and let us in. Please, said Mom. Pretty please. Pretty, pretty, pretty please. The doorknob slowly turned. Mom smiled at Dad. She gave a wink to Emily. There you go, she said, taking a step into the bathroom. Nothing can be that bad. Oh! Wrong? It was that bad. Yes, sir, no doubt about it, said Dad, surveying the hair situation. Dad's from Sinkside. Oliver, my boy, you're having one bad hair day. Major, said Mom. Total, agreed Emily. Maybe if we just push it this way, Mom said, giving it a try. Boing! Been there, done that, moaned Oliver. Perhaps if we just pull it that way, said Dad. Boing! Been there, done that, groaned Oliver. I could curl it, offered Emily, ready to roll. Oliver stared a steely stare at his sister. I don't think so. Oh, then we'll just have to wet it, said Mom. Yes, let's just wet it, they all agreed. See, sometimes you gotta get your hair wet. So, they watered Oliver. They splished him and splashed him, gave him a good soak and dunk. Ugh, they said, sighing. A confident, job well done sigh. Ah, Oliver's bedhead was now one dripping wet head. And then it dried. Boing, boing, bink, bink, boing. Ah! Hair started going this way, hair started going that way, then up, down, around, and there was now a bigger clump of hair that at the way back of his head that looked just like a coughed up fur ball. I say we spray, shouted Dad, taking aim with a squirt. Yes, spray, spray, cried out Mom and Emily. So spray already, sputtered Oliver. So they spritzed him and sprayed him, and they gooped and glopped and moosed him. They even hairpinned him flat in 5 places for good measure. Ah, they said, sighing a confident job well done sigh. Oliver's bedhead was now one slick gel head. And then pins went flying. Boing, boing, bing, bing, boing. Hair started going this way, hair started going that way, then up, down, around, and there was now an even bigger clump of hair at the back of his head that looked just like a cat's coughed up hairball. Oliver wondered, maybe if I just kind of, brushed it a bit. No, no, the 3 shouted, seeing the boy with bristles poised. Whatever you do, no, 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 brush. Too late. Oh yes, the brush got stuck. Not stuck in the hair going this way or that. Not stuck on the hair going up and down. Not even stuck in the hair going around and around. But yes, stuck. Very, very, very stuck in the clump way back in the back of his head. That looked just like a coughed up fur ball. Mom gave it a yank. Yow! Dad gave it a pull. Ouch! And Emily gave it one good tug. Yike! Well, said Mom without a bit of doubt, that brush is stuck all right. Definitely stuck, decided Dad. A done deal, declared Emily. Then, just when they were all about to give up hope, Oliver saw the answer right there on the wall. That's it! He pointed. The hat! The hat! Go get the hat! So without one more bit of spray or dunk, they all helped Oliver squish smooth and cram every bit of bedhead stuck, brush and all, into his faithful old, battered, but true blue baseball cap. Well, almost. Good enough. And with a kiss and a wave, Oliver headed off to school. Everything was fine. Everything was dandy. And then Mary Margaret, who sat in the 3rd row, 4 seats down, 1 desk across from Oliver, in Mrs. Oppenheimer's class at Biddlemeyer Elementary, looked over at him and said, "You can't wear that hat." Oliver looked over at Mary Margaret. "Can too." "Cannot." "And just why not?" demanded Oliver, holding tightly onto his hat. Mary Margaret grinned. "Because it's picture day." Picture day?" stuttered Oliver. "Picture day!" sang out Mrs. Oppenheimer, standing in front of the class. "Everyone line up for our class picture. Back straight, faces front, smiles wide, and hats off." "Uh-oh," said Oliver. "Hats off." "We're waiting, Oliver," said Mrs. Oppenheimer, as everyone took their places. "We're waiting, Oliver," said Mary Margaret. We're waiting, Oliver, said everyone else. Hey, kid, said the man behind the camera. Yeah, you with the lumpy-looking head. Off with the hat. Oliver hemmed. He hawed, but he knew he had it. He lifted the brim and slowly took off his faithful, old, battered, true blue baseball cap. He held his breath. He closed his eyes and he waited. He waited some more. Nothing. Zero. Zilch. Nada. He opened his eyes and looked up. There was no hair going this way. There was no hair going that way. There was no hair going up, down, not even around and around, and nobody could see the brush stuck in the clump of hair way back at the back of his head that looked like a cat's coughed-up fur ball. Ah, said Oliver, sighing a confident job well done sigh. Ready, everyone? Sang out Mrs. O, big smiles, and cheese! On the count of 3. 1, she said. 2, she said. And then... Boing, boing, bing, bing, boing, 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 boing. Hair started going this way, hair started going that way, hair started going up, down, around, and around, and the brush that was stuck in the clump of the hair way at the back of his head that looked just like a cat's coughed-up fur ball let loose and boing Mary Margaret at the top of the head and boomeranged right into Mrs. Oppenheimer's nose. 3, she said the boinked Mrs. O as she and everyone else at Biddlemeyer Elementary got a look at Oliver and his bedhead. Ah, jeez! Click! Got it, said the photographer. The end. Look at this picture real quick. How crazy is that? Whew! That, kindergartners, was such a funny story. So, in the morning, gotta remember, you gotta brush your hair. Sometimes you might need to get it wet. Sometimes you might even need mom and dad's help. But it's way better than having a clump of hair that looks just like a cat's coughed up fur ball in the back of your head. All right, boys and girls.